Do you wish you could get a super professional infinite white backdrop for your product or tabletop videos or photography? Well, you're in luck, because in this video we're going to show you how to set up an infinite white background like the one you see right here and make it look so good. Hello YouTube, my name is Matt and welcome back to Viva Media. If you want to see more videos on how to set up backdrops and other background elements, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments down below if you'd like to see it. The infamous white backdrop. Arguably, one of the most common photo and video setups for videos small to large and everything in between. It provides great contrast to your product or subject and just looks professional as heck. Of course, there's always a million different ways to do something. So in this video, we're gonna highlight the 3 main ways to set up an infinite white backdrop like this. First of all, light. The more you have, the better. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different lights lighting this scene. We have our main key light, which is the Aperture Nova P300C in the background, bouncing off a whiteboard, reflecting down onto this infinite white surface. We've got a Falcon Eyes LED panel illuminating from the front, making our subjects nice and even. Then we've got some lights on the side, just kind of bouncing off other white surfaces just to fill in the gaps to make sure we don't have any shadows. So to recap, infinite white, curved white surface, no shadows, lots of light. If you wanted to do infinite black, for example, complete opposite. You want to remove as much light as possible and only have a select, small, singular source over the area that you want to show. The biggest thing that you want to keep in mind when it comes to lighting your scene is to bounce it. Do not have direct harsh sources. Direct harsh sources cause shadows. We don't want shadows. So bounce it like we've done here. Bounce it off the roof like we've done over there. Light it through a soft diffused surface. Soft and diffused lighting is what you want. So second most important thing when it comes to an infinite white setup is the backdrop itself. Here we have a seamless paper backdrop in a stark, I believe it's called Arctic White, from Savage Universal Backdrops, I think. The big thing about a seamless white paper backdrop is it's smooth, right? You're not gonna have any wrinkles. It's not a folded sheet that you have to iron out. It's smooth each and every time you roll it out. And if you dirty it up, kind of like we've done here a little bit, you can simply cut it and roll down a fresh new piece and it's going to be beautiful, white, and clean. And before we get to our last point, if you're learning a thing or two and you think you might use a setup like this in the future and you want to see more content like this, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and let's get to our final and last point. So, the usual mumbo jumbo when it comes to your camera settings. You'll want to expose it so you clip the white. The big thing that you don't want to see is shadows and other dark surfaces on your infinite clean white setup. So make sure you're clipping that background just bright enough where we don't get any shadows on the outside, but it also isn't super dark where we start to see the surface and we start to see the different imperfections in the infinite white setup. Also, when it comes to camera settings, set your aperture high. There is no depth of field when it comes to shooting on an infinite white backdrop, so you might as well stop it down. Here we have it at 5.9, but you can get away with something like 5.6, you can go with f8. It really depends on your scene, but we usually like to shoot higher than f6 when it comes to an infinite white setup. And of course, set your white balance right. We are shooting on the Blackmagic camera, so that means that we can shoot in RAW format and correct our white balance after the fact. If you are shooting on something that does not shoot RAW, nail your white balance. You want to make sure your white looks white and it doesn't look white orange or white blue. That's bad. Of course, this setup may vary for your particular situation, but you can definitely use this as an overall benchmark to get a sense of how it's done. And that, my friends, is how you set up an infinite white backdrop. Pretty simple and straightforward, so just follow these steps and you'll be able to achieve that super professional infinite white look and bring your work to a whole new level. As always, thank you for watching. My name is Matt, we are Viva Media, and we will catch you in the next video. Now time to leave my crib. We'll see you later, MTV Cribs. Out we go. This is probably way overexposed right now. The door's locked.